You're watching FNN, the FUKK News Network.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers.
Come here. Fuck it. Hey, let's hear it for Joanna.
Why wasn't Jesus born in Israel? Why wasn't Jesus born in Israel?
Wasn't he? Was.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, where was
they
he?
couldn't find 3 ways kinder version because Mexicans get pregnant when they're 15.
I love that joke because I don't get it. Hey, all right. You want to find out? You want to know if a guy is gay or not? I'm not done. This is how you find out if a guy is gay. You bend him over, right? And you fuck him. And if you reach over and he's hard, he's gay.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Almost Human. My boy Ralph. And as he likes to say, slobber my knob. No, that's not it. Slap Uncle Bob. No, that's not it. SHMACKEMAGOB.
SHMACKEMAGOB, it's time for the only news that matters, and I want to thank Tom Tobin for that SHMACKEMAGOB or Smack My Uncle Bob. I forgot myself, Tom. Thank you so much, my brother. That was quite hilarious. I loved it. And if you want to send a SHMACKEMAGOB intro, please send it to this email right here, and I will put it up in order it was received. So, let's get into the only news that matters. And starting it off on a sad note, Malcolm Dome, great journalist, very respected. I loved reading his views on Metal Hammer back in the day. Passed away at 66. And you know, back in 1981, he wrote a book called Encyclopedia Metallica. And it may have inspired a certain band to use that name. And Dome is also credited for inventing the term thrash metal while writing about the Anthrax song Metal, Thrash, and Mad in 1984. And he would later become a founding member of Raw magazine in 1988. Really sad, man. I remember watching him. He's on one of these Black Sabbath DVDs I have. They're talking about albums, and yeah, we agreed a lot, but man, there were certain albums. I remember he slammed Dehumanizer badly, and I'm like, that's his opinion. I'm no pickle whistler like a lot of you out there that get upset over my opinions on albums. So, hey man, Malcolm didn't see the greatness in Dehumanizer. And you know what all matters? I do. And more power to him, man. Rest in peace, Malcolm. You were awesome, man. Sad to see him gone. Alright, next story. And more sad news. Walter Herby Herbert, manager who helped launch Journey, died at 73 years old. He also had something to do with Santana, Steve Miller Band, Roxette, and Europe during his career. And how sad, man. You know, the reason that Journey became huge is because of this guy, because they did not want to hire Steve Perry. And he said, too bad. You're going to hire him, whether you like it or not. And they did, and they became huge. So rest in peace, Herby Herbert. Alright, next story. Sammy Hagar. He says he has no problem with David Lee Roth. I mean, this guy, I don't think I change my socks quicker than he changes his mind. Constantly bashing Dave. Now he doesn't have a problem with Dave. And in all his interviews, he's always passive aggressive. Trying to be nice, but you hear that little hint of jealousy. And he's just so bothered that David Lee Roth exists. And will never admit that Dave sold more with Van Halen. Dave had bigger tours with Van Halen. No, he'll never admit it. Actually, he says the contrary. He always says he sold more and that he was big, as big as Van Halen in 1984. Oh my God, let me tell you something. I would love to interview this fuck. I remember somebody once left a comment going, if you saw Sammy, you wouldn't be saying shit like that. Oh my God. Hook me up with him. And bet me $100. And the $100 will go to Make-A-Wish Foundation. I guarantee you will be sending money to Make-A-Wish if I ever get to talk to this fucking bullshit artist. Sammy Hagar sucks. Next story. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame 2021 induction was just done the other day. And
Fuck this place! Fuck it! Fuck this place! 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 Fuck this place!
alright, next story. The Las Vegas residency of Kiss has been canceled. A Las Vegas Review-Journal writer, John man, what the fuck is up with these names? Metz initially reported that soft ticket sales were said to be the reason the run had been called off, but his article was updated and removed any mention of this. Gee, I wonder why. Hello? Doc, this is Paul Stanley of Kiss. Did you read what that guy that I can't pronounce his last name said about our soft ticket sales? Get on the phone with him and make it disappear. You got it, boss. Love your hair, by the way. Yeah, right. Alright, next story. The fine people of MNRK Music Group, formerly E1, is putting out a cassette box set of Ace Frehley, calling it the Space Cassette Box Set. It features all the releases from 2009 to 2020 in colored cassette. It's an awesome box set. How do I know? Because the fine people at MNRK Music Group sent me it. So tomorrow I am doing an unboxing here, so check it out as I open all the cassettes and show you all the goodies it has. Yes, it brings something extra. Tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern and I'll show you the goodies that it also brings other than the cassettes. And also tomorrow here on this channel at 12 noon, I made a kick-ass video for Under the Rose off Music from the Elder that if you dig that song, I know you're going to dig the video. So tune in tomorrow to check it out. Alright, the rest of the news is dedicated to Nikki Sixx. Oh, he's promoting some book, First 21 Years, and the funny thing is, I believe it was Eddie Trunk said to him, hey, you know that story about your mom visiting, that Doc set it up? He claimed it was different than your side of the story that's in the book. And Nikki said, well, you know, I think basically what Nikki said was the true story doesn't really fit the narrative of this book. Which, yeah, you already know this shit's fiction. It's as fiction as him smacked out on heroin writing a diary. He also said he's recently starting to take bass lessons again. What do you mean again? Who taught him bass before? Bobby Dahl? Nikki also explains why he never became a lead singer. Yeah, I remember when you tried to be a lead singer on that Generation Swine song. But wait, there's more. Nikki Sixx also said, the idea of Motley Crue not being in my life feels very strange. Why don't you tell the truth? The idea of not having money rolling in constantly is what feels very strange. Because back in 2015, when you were doing the farewell tour, you thought the rest of your life you were going to make a lot of money with 6 a.m. You released that album and it bombed, so that's why you're going back on your bullshit, your stupid contract that you were never going to tour again with Motley Crue. That's what feels strange about it. And then the creme of the bullshit. He says, it's irresponsible for bands to go up on stage tired with a beer belly. Well, that does it for the only news that matters, my friends. Check out my podcast, the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast, because it rules. And also, the VIERA Vault, because it rules. The links are below to all the links, all the crazy stuff I have. You can get a SHMACKEMAGOB shirt, all this crazy stuff right in the description below. And thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you'd like to donate, I got a PayPal in the description below. So stay frosty, my friends. Listen to Black Sabbath. And smack my Uncle Bob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain.